The following is an official lore video of the Dark Diaspora Universe, a journey in world-building project.
His foot slipped, his shin striking the blunt rock of the rough stone steps. He instinctually reached out his hands to secure himself against the mountainside as he let out a yelp of pain. That was close. Too close. Musa steadied himself and took a deep breath. Every part of his body ached, not just from the scratches and bumps of the rugged terrain, but from his heavy pack. He struggled to understand why anyone would choose bleak and lifeless rock over the verdant lushness and abundance of his jungle home. But he soon would. For it was custom on Somayaji for those reaching the age of 18 to spend time immersed among the other peoples of the world. Musa was one of the Ngali, the dark-skinned tribes of the jungle biomes of Caldora supercontinent that could trace their heritage back to that of Nigeria and West Africa on Lost Earth. The Ngali had expertly adapted to the terrors of the dark and swamp-like jungle undergrowth by constantly being on the move. Their caravans of tamed beasts and anti-grav vehicles crisscrossed the Caldor to trade the jungle's bounty with the peoples of the mountains and of the sea. As he continued his climb, Musa could see his destination above him. The people of the mountains, the Ritish clans, had long ago settled the peaks of the Razorback Range. There, they constructed spire-like cities of stone and glass in the few plateaus and mountaintops that rose above the pervasive jungle. Cities such as the Crystal Haven. The Ritish were very different from the Ngali, shorter, fair of skin and features. Yet Musa, like all Ngali, held the Ritish in great esteem. For early in Somayaji's settlement during the scattering, the peoples of the jungles, the mountains, and seas had each come to realize that their survival depended greatly on each other. And the climb was now one of a number of rituals and traditions across the planet that helped to foster lasting and steadfast bonds of fraternity between the three societies. As Musa neared the top of the mountain, his silent solitude of the past week was disturbed by the distant cheering of onlookers above. There ahead of him he could see the Gate of Embrace, a grand archway in the intricately carved stone and iron wall that ringed the base of the Crystal Haven. He had little time to appreciate his first impressions of the towering glass spires or the dense maze-like streets of the city before being rushed by the gathered crowd. Smiling faces and calls of welcome and congratulations beckoned him through the Gate of Embrace and into their city. He was overwhelmed by the welcome, throwing his hands into the air in triumph and relief, much to the enjoyment of the jubilant crowd. The crowd, however, soon parted, as a young couple, both fair of skin and blonde of hair, raced towards him. Musa recognized them instantly. It was Eliza and Marshall. Musa had spoken by holocron to both of them many times in the past months since learning she would be his host during his time in the Crystal Haven, and they had quickly forged a deep and intimate connection. He dropped his pack to the ground and ran to meet the couple. First, it was the young woman, taking her into his arms and lifting her diminutive and nubile form in their first embrace. Then, the husband. They greeted each other with a warm handshake and a slap on the shoulder, as if brothers being reunited. The joyous meeting drew a raucous and appreciative cheer from the gathered crowd. Musa, exhausted from his great feat of strength and endurance, was overwhelmed with joy at finally meeting the young couple, his new friends and now companions for the next year. After his arduous journey, he had arrived somewhere very different. Yet, already, it felt like he belonged. And as the couple led him, arm in arm, in the direction of their home, Musa's mind was filled with anticipation of the countless memories the three of them would create together. Memories that would last a lifetime.
Hey!